Yo, what up? It's your boy Amir. Welcome back to the channel for another episode of That's Dope. So I hope you guys got a chance to check out the mini doc I put out last week called Who Are You Anyway? If you haven't yet, definitely go check that out. It's just something I wanted to do just to give you guys a little bit of insight into how I got started and, you know, some of the things that I've been fortunate to be a part of on this journey. But I got so much more to do and I got so much further to go. So that's why it's just a mini doc. But check that out and let me know what you think. But I'm actually headed out of town today. So today we're gonna try to cook up something really quick because I still gotta go pack. So I'm gonna shut the hell up and let's get right into it. All right, so the first sound we got is the sound called Ada's Guitar. Now this is out of a virtual instrument called Codex. This is made by Waves. I really like the way this sound. It sounds just like an electric guitar for the most part. It's like this. And we're just gonna be looping that, so let's go ahead and record that. All right, so the next sound we got is this vocal hit. It sounds like this. And this is another vocal sample that came with my Mac. I've talked about it in so many videos. I like to add some reverb and some delay and just to, you know, give it a certain feel. And I like to use them in beats. I love using vocal samples in my beats. Let's go ahead and let's add that on top of what we got. All right, so up next we got another vocal sample out of that same vocal pack. It sounds like this. Super simple. We're gonna add that in there on top of what we got. All right, so up next we're gonna add a bass. This bass is called Scarby J bass. Sounds like this. Okay, yeah, so this is what we're gonna do. All right, so let's go ahead and add that on top of what we got. And I really like the way this bass sound, just because it sounds like a real bass. The way you can bend the notes, like that's what a real bass would do if you were playing it. So I really like the way that sound. But anyway, let's copy that where it needs to go and let's go ahead and keep adding. All right, so up next we got this sound effect that I found. It's called Sweeper. It's just in a folder I had. It sounds like this. And it's really just there for texture, but let's go ahead and let's add that. All right, so we got a pretty good foundation so far. Let's go ahead and start working on the drums. All right, so we got the kick and the snare, but what I want to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and I actually want to nudge some of the notes to give it a different swing, because it's quantized on the grid. But when it's quantized on the grid, a lot of times for these type of songs, because this is it feels more like a live, like everything feels live. Even though I'm playing everything and all the other stuff is quantized on the grid. If you go in here and you nudge the drums a little bit, it'll give the whole beat a different type of swing. And you don't need a whole lot. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. So this is without no nudging. This is everything just quantized on the grid. Like, I'm gonna play it. That's cool, but it could really use more bounce. So let's go in here. What I like to do is let's change this to notes instead of, change these to notes instead of clips. All right, let's see. So I can tell you right off the bat, this second snare, and to do this, the shortcut for nudging, your nudge is up here, like right where your grid is. I like to keep it on 10 milliseconds. You can change it to whatever. You can do samples. Some people like to use samples. For me, I use 10 milliseconds when I'm nudging this. So the shortcut for this is, if you're on a Mac keyboard, I don't know what it is on the Windows keyboard, but it's Control, and then you have your arrows. So you got, I can do minus or I can do plus. We're gonna push it, plus is gonna move it back a little bit and make it a little bit late. So let's move that second snare like 2 nudges. Let's see what it feels like. Let's actually try to nudge this kick back a little bit. Let's see. This is so subtle and so simple, but if you listen to it, you can definitely hear how it changes the bounce a little bit. And I'm nudging, or I nudge both of those notes back 10 milliseconds, well, 20 milliseconds, because I did it 2 times. So I'm gonna play the one that I nudged the notes, and then I'm gonna let it play so you can hear what it sounds like without any nudge notes. It's so subtle, but you can definitely hear the way the drums swing, and you can definitely hear it's a different type of bounce in the beat. I'm gonna play it one more time. You see, so now all we gotta do, because we're pretty much keeping this, all we gotta do is copy these over. Let's copy that over where we need it to go, and let's add a hi-hat. All right, so I'm gonna nudge the hi-hats just like I did the snare and the kick, just to give it a different type of swing. So let's do this. Let's just listen. So I ended up nudging that by 30 milliseconds. Now, that's something you guys can try when it comes to nudging sounds just within the beat. It just gives the beat a little bit more bounce, but let's keep on adding on top of that. All right, so up next, we're gonna add a piano. We're gonna be using the New York Concert Grand from Contact. This is just one of the Contact libraries that came with it, but it sounds like this. And And we're gonna be adding this just on the chorus. Let's go ahead and add that. All right, so that's pretty much it. It's really not a whole lot more I want to add, to be honest with you. Let's just give it one good listen from the top. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Definitely try nudging your drums. You know, in the quantizing menu, when you go to quantize, they actually have some like MPC presets and like some Logic presets, and it'll kind of change the swing of whatever you're quantizing. But I like to go in there and I like to manually do it just to give it a certain feel, you know, that I like, you know, because even with those quantizing presets, you know, you're still locked into a certain feel that they want you to have. But I like to create my own feel. Definitely give that a try. But as always, I want to know, what did you guys think about the beat? Don't forget to drop a comment below, and please don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me. All right, until next time, arrivederci.